single dad skipped his big interview to save a stranger. Hours later, she revealed she was the CEO. The morning had been carefully planned. Michael Torres, a single dad of 7-year-old Lily, had ironed his only good suit the night before, polished his worn-out shoes, and printed multiple copies of his resume. The job interview at Brightwell Industries was his shot at finally giving his daughter stability after years of juggling part-time work. As he walked Lily to school, nerves pressed against his chest, but she squeezed his hand and whispered, "You got this, Daddy?" That was all the fuel he needed. After dropping her off, he hurried toward the downtown office building where his interview was scheduled. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. Just as Michael turned the corner near a crosswalk, he noticed a woman struggling to pull an older man out of a smoking car that had slammed into a light pole. Without thinking twice, he sprinted across traffic. "Move," Michael shouted, taking over. Smoke hissed from under the hood, and the driver was semi-conscious. Michael braced himself, dragged the man free, and carried him away just as the engine caught flame. The woman trembled, coughing. "You saved his life," she gasped. Michael shook his head, already glancing at his watch. He was late. Too late. He muttered a quick "glad he's okay," and jogged off, heart pounding not just from the rescue, but from the realization he'd probably blown his one chance at a career. Hours later, after picking Lily up and fighting off the crushing guilt, Michael's phone buzzed. An unknown number. "Mr. Torres?" A calm, commanding voice asked. "Yes, Mrs. Evelyn Carter, CEO of Brightwell Industries. I believe you were scheduled for an interview today, and I also believe you saved my father's life this morning." Michael froze. The woman from the crasher. "I'm so sorry about the interview," he stammered. "I couldn't just walk by." "You did the right thing," she interrupted, her tone softer now. "Come to my office tomorrow morning. No suit required. I don't need to interview. Why? Need people like you on my team." The next day, Lily waited in the lobby, swinging her legs on the chair as Michael signed papers. He had been hired, not just for his skills, but for his courage and character. When Evelyn passed by, she knelt beside Lily and whispered, "Your dad's the kind of man who changes lives." Lily's smile said it all. Michael had missed his interview, but he had walked straight into his destiny. The alarm buzzed at 6 a.m., and Michael Torres slapped it quiet before it could wake his daughter. The tiny apartment was dim, its peeling wallpaper illuminated only by the sliver of sunlight breaking through the blinds. Michael stretched, his back stiff from another night on the worn couch. He'd given Lily the bedroom. Today was supposed to be the turning point. His interview at Brightwell Industries wasn't just another job opportunity, was the chance to finally leave behind late-night warehouse shifts, unstable pay, and second-hand worry lines etched on his daughter's face. He stood in front of the cracked mirror, adjusting the tie he hadn't worn since his wedding years ago. Lily shuffled into the kitchen, hair a mess, holding her stuffed bunny. "Daddy," she mumbled, rubbing her eyes. "You look like a movie star." Michael laughed. "Well, this movie star is gonna land a job today, promise." He crouched to meet her gaze. "Promise. No more ramen dinners every night, okay?" By 8:30 a.m., after walking Lily to school and making sure she had her lunch, Michael hurried downtown, resume folder tucked under his arm. He rehearsed answers in his head. "What are your strengths? Why do you want to work here?" He'd practiced them dozens of times. Then it happened. A screech of tires, the shattering of glass, a dull thud. Michael turned to see a silver sedan smashed against a light pole, smoke spilling from the crumpled hood. A woman in a navy coat was screaming, tugging at the door. "Dad, Dad, wake up." Michael dropped his folder on the sidewalk and sprinted across the street, dodging horns. "Step back," he barked. He yanked at the door, muscles straining. With a groan, the metal gave way, and he pulled the unconscious man free. The woman coughed violently as Michael dragged the driver several feet from the smoking vehicle. Within seconds, the hood burst into flames. The woman grabbed his arm, trembling. You saved him. My God, Michael stood, panting, sweat beading down his temple. He glanced at his watch. 8:55. His interview was at 9. I'm sorry. I have to go, he stammered, already backing away. Wait. At least tell me your name. But he was already running. When Michael arrived at the towering glass building of Brightwell Industries, his tie askew and his shirt stained with smoke, the receptionist frowned. Mr. Torres, she asked, your interview was scheduled for 9. It's now 9:40. I know. There was an accident. I'm sorry, she said flatly. The position's been filled. The words hit like a punch. He gathered his folder with shaking hands, muttered a thank you, and walked out. That night, after picking Lily up, he forced a smile over dinner. She happily told him about spelling tests and recess games, while he nodded, trying not to let his disappointment show. At 8 p.m., as he helped Lily brush her teeth, his phone buzzed with an unknown number. Mr. Torres. The voice was steady, authoritative. Yes, speaking. This is Evelyn Carter, CEO of Brightwell Industries. I believe you were scheduled for an interview this morning. Michael's chest tightened. Yes, I'm so sorry. I never meant to waste anyone's time. There was a car crash. You saved a man's life. His blood ran cold. How do you? That man was my father, Evelyn said quietly, and I was the woman trying to pull him out. I didn't recognize you until the receptionist described you. Michael was speechless. You don't need to explain why you missed the interview, she continued. Your actions told me more about your character than any resume could. Come to my office tomorrow at 10. Consider the job yours. The next morning, Michael and Lily walked into Brightwell's skyscraper. Employees whispered as Evelyn Carter herself walked across the lobby, power suit immaculate, her father in a wheelchair beside her, recovering but smiling. This is him, Evelyn told the onlookers. The man who didn't hesitate when others froze. Michael shifted uncomfortably, but Lily beamed. Evelyn knelt in front of the girl and said, your father's a hero, and people like him are exactly what we need, leading our teams here. Lily hugged Michael's arm tightly. For once, he didn't feel like he was pretending to be strong. He was strong. He had missed an interview, yes, but in return, he had gained something far greater: respect, opportunity, and a future for his daughter that looked brighter than ever.